to add up this number. How do I add it up? This plus this, 500 plus what? 300. What we have? 800. Plus what? Plus 80. What we have? Plus 80. What we have? 380 plus 30. 910 plus 2. Plus 1. What? 9 what? 9. I mean, 819. Okay, right. 913. Thank you. Can you see? It's being easy. Now, let me move on to this. I think addition is not very hard. Now, let's work on multiplication of numbers. Now, I want to handle multiplication of numbers. What is very important for your life, that if you don't know, you need math clinic, is multiplication from 1 to what? 9. 1 to what? If you don't understand it, there is a problem. That is why at primary school, your teacher will ask you every morning, recite it. Abi? During my own time, I will recite this 1 times 1, all those things. Yeah. Now, let me explain to you, how do I multiply number 2, 3, 4, 8? Let me pick a number. Give me a simple number. Let's start with 2, simple to complex. That's how to teach. Now, I want to multiply this number. Calculator is done with you. Look at this, 2 times 2. 2 times 3. 2 times 8 and 4. 2 times, let me put 1 here, simple to complex. For us to make it splash. Let me put something very small. Let me put 3 here. This times this is what? That is my answer. Do you get it right? Now, what you just need to do, multiplication of numbers from what? 1 to what? Now, this times this is what? 4. This times this is what? This times this is what? And what? Calculator, anybody that press calculator will confirm that for you. Is it correct? Now, let's assume you are having something like 8 here. Let me use a number. Let's put 8 here. Okay, let me use another number. Now, look at the things we are here for. I have 2, 3, 4 multiplied by what? Let me put 3 here. I think simple to what? Complex. Now, look at this. This times this is what? 6, right? This times this is what? This times this is what? 2f. Now, what I'm trying to tell you, at the beginning, okay, don't worry. My answer becomes 2, 0, 7. That is your answer. That is your what? Answer. Now, all these things help you to run away from what? Calculator. I'm moving. Hope you know we are still going to 3. We are going to. I pray God will allow us to finish on time. Now, let's assume I have something like 8 here. Are you with me, right? And I want to multiply the number by what? By what is very important? Single numbers. Look at this. This times this is what? 24. Can you see? This times this is what? This times this is what? 12. Your answer becomes 2, 0, 5, 2. Calculator pressure. You can see. Are they correct? Yeah. Now, that can go from I have tried 2, 3, also 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on and so forth. To 9. Let's assume the number is not single number. The number becomes what? Double number. Let's start with 11. Should we start? Do you have any question here? Okay, now let's assume the number is double. 2, 3 multiplied by what? 11. Let's start from 11. Now at 11, when you multiply a single number with 11, the number repeated, right? Abi? 11 times 9 is what? 99. 11 times 4 is what? 44. Now, the same thing happening here, it will be what? 2, 4. I mean 2, 3 rather. Now, at this junction, I think this one will give us this one will give us this. This plus what we have? You said? Right. That is your answer. That is your what? Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Now, 2, 8 or 2, 9. I mean, 2, 6 multiplied by 11, 26. First number and the last number. Add these two numbers, what we have? 8. That is your what? Answer. Now, let's assume the number is so many. That means 2, 5, 8, 1 multiply by what? 11. You don't need to be running for calculator. Wherever you are to multiply number with what? 11. Now, what you just need to do is that first number and the what? Last number. Are you getting? Because it's always repeated, right? Now, this plus what we have? 7. This plus what we have? 13. My 13 will now be what? 13. Are you with me? This plus what we have? 9. This plus what we have? 4. That is my, if this plus what we have? 8. That is my answer. Is that correct? Now, at this junction, what we have done so far, utilize them. And thank God I studied mathematics of Lagos. I've been passing through different professors, Arnold and so on, who got to the glory. But let's see, I'm here to help you guys. Now, I'm trying to tell you that your jam, you can score 380 and above, except you are doing it from home. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because if we are used to this thing, there are many statements that will come on that day. What you just need to do, interpret and what? Operate. Am I lying, Mr. Vitoye? There are many statements that will come. That's why you go out to CBT. You have to compare. Now, there are many statements that will come on the day of the exam that you just need to what? Interpret the statements and what? Operate on. Operation can be in addition or in what? Multiplication. Okay. I think you can understand what is called 11. How to apply the number of 11 now. Let's assume we are talking about 12 and above. Hello? 12 and above. Now, for instance, 2, 3 multiplied by what? 12. This time around is not what? 11. It's not what? Now, at this junction, I will pick the first number, 2. 2 times this is what? 4 plus 3, what we have? 2 times this is what? 6, right? 6 plus nothing, what we have? 6, right? That is your answer. Have you tried that? Is that? Which I should repeat that. Okay. Now, let me re-explain. The first number will be drawn down. I will pick the number here. It can be 12, it can be 13, 14, whatever we are going to. Now, 2 times this is what? 2 times 2 plus this, what we have? 7. That is the 7 here. The next one is 2 times 3 is what? Plus nothing, what we have? That is your answer. Now, let me pick 2, 8, 1 multiplied by 12. Are you with me, right? Now, I will drop, okay, let me put 5 here. 2 times, this number will be first, right? 2 times this is what? 10 plus this, what we have? 18. 2 times this is what? 16 plus this? 17. 2 times this is what? Plus nothing. My answer becomes what? 2, 7, 9, 6. Now, that goes for what? And above. Do you get it right? Are you getting what I'm saying now? Now, this can be 19, can be 18, can be what? Any other thing. Now, let me try to explain power of numbers.
Sorry. A lot of people are just saying this thing, but I feel that making them to do an example would portray it more, because some of them is just coming in. They are just saying yes. They are just nodding. We've been in that kind of settings a lot, where you just yes go, but doing it is another thing. That is one thing about mathematics. The doing is another thing. So I'm going to suggest that maybe you bring somebody out and that person does one of it. It will bring a point. No, see.
Okay, do you understand it, please? Who can correct him? Who can correct him?
See, it's not. See, I get this. I get this situation. Sometimes coming outside is a very very big thing. It's not. This thing is not for to shame anybody or this thing. If you don't know, you don't know it. I myself, I might say that some of these things is the first time I'm even getting them. If I don't know something, you come out. I've learned from people that are much more younger than you guys. I want to learn something. It's not. There's no shame. Remove that thing. That is one of the hindrance to learning. Shame.
They are going other part of what, other branch of life.
I would say that this thing should be.
Okay, it means none of you is getting this. Hello? Hello? Please try to understand this thing. I'm not here to mock you guys. I'm here to help you guys. I want to see you in the University of Lagos by next session. You know, trying to work out your what's it called?
Ambition.
And if you can put your mind here, I bet you your math, your math will be very, very nice. I told you that this is the foundation. That is why I have to start from branch of math, right? I am now on number, right? Numbering, right? We are still going to algebra. We are still going to shape. We are still going to. Do you get me right? Okay, that's why I'm trying to rush so I can be able to cover everything. Okay, let me start over again. I started with how to add number with syllable, right? I move on to multiplication of what? Numbers, right? Now, I said that when you have 2, 3, 4 multiplied by what? A single number, which is I pick 2, right? You don't need to be running out for looking for calculator or begging for calculator as an example. What I'm here today, I want to expose you like how to be, not to be using calculator, not to be depending on calculator whenever you are going for any exam. Both many of them, all the branch of mathematics, even statistics. Now, I want to multiply this number. What I don't need to do, this number and this number. 2 times this, what we have? 4. 2 times this is what? 6. 2 times this is what? 8. That is the answer. Now, if this number becomes what? 5. The same way. It means 5 times 1. Sorry, let me put this one. 5 times 2 is what? 5 times this is what? 5 times this is what? 20. My answer becomes what? 0, 7, 0. 1, 1. That is how it's being done. Now, I now proceed to what? When it is double, I start with 11. Now, that 11, it means if the number here is what? Let's start with 11. I start with 11. And I say that at 11, at single, the number is always repeated. 11 times 2, 22. 11 times 5, 55, right? That is why you have what? 2 and what? 4. This number and this number. It will surely start with this number and end with this number. Now, to get other number there, this plus the one we have 5. This plus this, what we have 7. And that is your answer. Are you with me? Now, the number can be 2, call out, please call a number that is very much. Call me 3, 4, 7, 2. Are you ahead of 2, 4, right? Are you adding something to it? 8, 6. multiply by what? 11. Now, what I'm telling you is that you don't need to be running for calculator for you to multiply this number. Now, it must surely start with what? 6 and end with what?
Up.
It must start with what? 6 and end with what? Start with what? 3 and end with what? 6. The other thing you need to do, this plus what we have? 7. This plus what we have? 11. This plus what we have? 9. This plus what we have? 10. This plus what we have? 14. Now, can you see 6, 4, 1, 0, 2, 8, 3? That is your answer. Now, look at it. I'm teaching you now. If I'm the one writing the exam, it will be faster. Abi? Sure. Because I don't need to. I'm trying to explain. It means if you can use this from now to the day of the exam, you see, you see big change in your performance. Even your teacher will testify to that. Now, we now move the number that if this one is no more 11, for instance, 12, do you get me right? Now, how do I handle this number? Now, please, any problem now? If you don't understand, let me see that up. We are in the workshop. Please feel free to ask a question. Any problem? Okay, now, if the number is what? 12. At 12, you write the first number. Can I continue? Now, I will pick this number. 2 times this is what? Plus the next number. Oh, we have 7, right? And we have 7. 2 times this is what? 6. Plus next number. We have 10, right? 10. This time, all of this? 8 plus nothing. 8. Now, my answer becomes what? 8082. Now, because I'm teaching you, if I'm the one doing it in the exam, the speed is very fast. Now, the number can be 13, 14. That's why I told you that it's very important for you to multiply to understand multiplication table from what? 1 to what? 9. Now, that can go for 13. I think with this, you can check on our channel to see more of this application of numbers down part on the playlist. Now, let me go to power of numbers. This power of number, as secondary student, if you don't know how to power number, it's a big problem. You don't know. Are you with me? For instance, if what is very important at this junction, power of number from what? 1 to what? 9. 1 to what? You have to understand power of number from what? 1 to what? Now, 1 square is what? 2 square is what? 3 square is what? 4 square is what? 5 square is what? 6 square is what? 7 square is what? 8 square is what? 9 square is what? 10 square is what? 11 square is what? 12 square is what? 13 square is what? 14 square is what? 196. 15 square is what? Okay. Okay, now, if I now have 75 square is what?
75 square.
75 square.
75 square.
75 square. Okay, now, let's assume, how do I get this number? Listen to me. It must end with what? 25. Look at this number. What is next with this number is what? 8. Abi? In terms of number 9. Abi? Now, 7 times 8 is what? 56. That is my answer. Now, let me start as a mathematics student. When simple to what? Simple to what? Now, let me start with what? 15 square. Now, number that ends with 5. If you have to put it on your paper, number that ends with what? 5. Now, 5 square is what? This number is what? 1. What is next is 1 is what? 2 times 1. That is your answer. Now, if it is now 25 square, it went with what? What is next? 2 times 3. That That is the answer. Now, yes, 3 digits. Okay, now, look at this. Let me use 105 squared. It's 3 digits, right? Number that ends with what? 5. This square is what? What is next with this number?
11.
10 times 11. 1 what? That is your answer. Do that now. That is how to handle number that ends with what?
So what is cubic?
Eh? You are going there. So what? Yes? You are going there. Any problem at this junction? Oh, you have tried this. Let me see. What will it be? What is the answer of this? What you should just look and tell me the answer.
19.
9 what? 9025. Very good. Very good. I love that. Okay, what of this one? 65 squared. What will it be? What is the answer? 425. That's very good. Now, hello. At this level, everybody is okay with what? Now, let's assume the number does not end with 5. The number does not end with what? 5. Okay. Now, the number does not end with 5. For instance, let's start with 12 squared. Okay, 11 squared. Now, you have to learn how to run to what? You know that it's very easy to multiply number like 11 times 10. You know about it? 98 times 10. You know about it? They are all simple, right? Now, at this junction, you are running to a number that ends with what? 0. Now, by you minus 1 from this, which is going to be what? 10. The same number, we call it power of deviation. What do I call it?
Power of deviation.
Now, we added down the same one to this number, making what? 12. 10 times what? 10 times 12 is what? 1 what? 20. 1 times 1 is what? 1. Put that one here. Which number is what? 1, 2, 1. I multiply these two numbers together. The same number here multiplied together. Do you get it right? Sorry. Now, I will run to a number that ends with 0. I will also run back. Do you get it now? The same number that took me to what? 0 end. The same number will also be added. Do you get it right? It means we are moving in 2 dimensions. Increase and what? Decrease. Okay, for instance, I'm talking about 14 squared. 14 squared, I can run to 20. I can run to 10. Abi, if I should run to 10, I will take away what? 4. It will take me what? 10, right? The same number will be added, which is going to be what? 4. It will give me what? 18. This times this is what? 180. 4 times 4 is what? 16. Which is what? 6, 9, 1.
Sir, I want to clarify something also. Like the running to 10 and 20, what does that mean? So for the betterment, even I myself, I would just like that.
Now, running to 9, what is it? 10 and number 1, I've told you that it's always easy for anybody, even though market woman, to multiply number that ends with 0. Is 0 like 100 times 20? What will it be? 100 times 20? 2,000. What are you doing? Increase of what is 0. Now, the same thing that happened here, you are running to a number that what? That ends with what?
Okay.
0. Now, that number will also be added. Like I said, the power of what? Deviation. What I call it? You move like this, also move what? Like this, the same length. Are you with me, right? Are you with me? That is why I take and what? I can also increase. I can run to what? 6. Like I can add 6 to this. Take me to what? 20. Right? The same number will be taken away. Whatever it will be. When I take this from here, what will I be? What will I be? 8, right? Abi now. This plus what we have. It will be what? 160. 6 times 6 is what? 36, right? Add it together. What we have? 6, 9, 1. Now, how convenient for you, that is how you're going to run. For instance, at this junction of your life, if you have 96 squared, you don't need to stress yourself. Running for calculator is an exam. Now, whenever you are writing your exam, this computer, I'm talking about JAM, calculator will be at the side. Am I lying? That calculator is there to fail JAM. Am I lying, sir? Because when you lay your hand on that calculator, by the time, before you come back to the question, some time has what? Move away. What I'm here for you, what I'm here today, by the end of today, at least you will know how to manage your time during the exam. And those questions was set up on less than 1 minute. Am I lying? All of them, they are less than 1 minute. Both calculus, you'll be seeing mapping, calculus, matrix, all those things. Don't worry, when we get there. Now, look at this. I want to multiply this number. Do that I'm saying now. What I need to run now, I will be what? Adding what? 4. Abi? Take me to what? 100, right? The same 4 will be taken away, which will be what? 90 what? 2. Abi minus 4. This plus what we have? 9200. 4 times 4? My answer becomes 6129. That is the answer. Do you get what I'm saying now? Do you get what I'm saying?
And more examples we have because some of us we can't get something the first time.
Yes.
Okay.
But repetition will help us to get it.
Sir? You said? Yes, sir. Okay, that 5 squared, thank you for that question, sir. Now, 5 squared, we all know that at 5, number 1, 5 is an average. When you had 5, for you to get to what? 10, you have to take away 5. It also works for this, sir. Do you get it right? But you'll be playing around 0 up, 0 down. Do you get it right? Now, let me ask you. We are having 15 squared. Are you with me, sir? Now, I will take away 5, take me to 20, right? I will take away, that will be what?
Take away 5, that's
okay. This one will be what? 10, right? Yes, now, I'll take away 5 again. Do you get me right? What will I have? I will have what? 200. 5 times 5. 20 what? Can you see? 2, 2, 5. I mean, can you see that? Sir?
2, 2, 5.
2, 5. I mean, 2, 2, 5. Sorry, thank you, sir. Can you see that? Because the number is what? Okay, let's put 95. Can you see? I'm taking away what? 5. Abi? Which will be what? 80. Abi? I mean, 90. Right? I'm taking away what? Which will be what? 100. Which will be what? 9, 0, 0, 0. Abi? 5 times 5. 25. Can you see? Can you see that? Daddy, have I answered the question? 37. Okay, 37 squared. Now, 37 squared. What you just need to, we are running between what? To 40 this time around. You can run to 30, no problem. It means you are taking away 7. But 3 will be very easy for you to handle. Now, taking away what? Add 3 to this, what we have? 40. The same number will be taken away. Will be added, taken away. Which will be what? 30 what? 34, right? Marry them together. What we have? 3. What we have? Which is going to be what? Now, listen to me. At this junction, 40 multiplied by what? 34. You don't need to, you just have 0. This times is what? 12. This times is what? 16. Can you see? Can you see? That is why I am being, this times is 12. This times is what? 16. It means by so doing this, which will be what? 1, 3 what? Now, what are you playing around with? 3. 3 times 3 is what? 3 times 3 is what? The answer becomes what? 1,300 and what? 60. Let's assume I'm doing this for myself inside the exam hall. You know what's called speed of light? Your brain will be what? Do you get it right? Just about how will you use it in exam hall? Before the day of your exam, start to use it. get abstain from what? Calculator. Not only this part. Can we take a step further?
So you know what I want to ask? This all this stuff over here, they are in the video, YouTube video,
yes.
right? The steps to do this.
Yes.
So for right now, it's kind of a fast. It's kind of on a, because we have to cover a lot within a short period of time. So I would just advise that you go to the Further Solution YouTube channel. You'll be able to see this in a more detailed and more relaxed form. Because right now we're trying to cover a lot of ground within a short period.
I'm here to talk about maths and all what I've learned from SS1 to SS3 on that 1 hour.
It's just to show you. It's just to show you the power of what you can do with your head without using a calculator, and it has immense benefits. It's kind of a cool thing. Like if you go out there and you are somebody just say 37 times 37, and somebody says the answer, I'll make that person. I'll be like, this guy is good.
Sorry, Mr.
Yeah.
Have we ever? Who have sent cowbell here? The school manager. Oh, it means I wish I still are here. Oh, somebody have gone, Abi. Oh, how was your experience? That is the speed. We are working on the what? Speed. The speed of what? Cowbell. And if you can get that speed, your jam position will be what? Okay, let's continue. Now, before I start division, we can also go to cubes. Do you get it right? By now, you should know what is called binomial expansion, right? You can use that to expand number inside the example. You don't know? All your brackets, like x plus y, squared. You can use this thing to expand number. Get power of number. For instance, look at me. I'm just telling you 18 squared. Are you with me? This one is what? S. This one is what? Y. When you expand this number, the teacher will say that what? S squared plus what? 2sy plus what? Y squared. You know about that? Now, this can also, you can use this to expand this number. Do you get it now? But this time around, people know what is called Pascal triangle. That thing is very, very powerful. But I'm not here. I won't go there today because there's no time. Pascal triangle. Can you remember this? Okay, I'm not here to go there. Don't worry. Now, let's move on to the next branch. Now, if you want to divide number, you have to go and learn. There's a topic in GSS2. Maybe you have come across it before. Law of visibility. It should be in general maths, chapter 2. Who have shared that? Who have seen it before? JSS2. Law of visibility. You remember? Law of visibility